Hi there, my name is Belinda Dovson and welcome to the I Ching Cafe and our weekly episode for the week commencing the 12th of December 2022. If you have not yet done so, make sure you go and watch the overview for December to tune into the amassing of energy and the following of the lodestar that is right front and central for the whole month for us to pay attention to. So last week we had the ram forcing his way through the hedge. We had the call to use our power and to put our shoulder behind the mountain that we want to move because we have the power, while making sure we don't hurt others in the process because we've used too much power. Plus this wonderful opportunity to tap into Hexagram 14, possession of greatness, spiritual wealth, financial wealth, becoming conscious of something that is really wealthy in your life that can bring you lots of beautiful blessings. So if there's something that came up for you that was evidential, that popped into your mind, and perhaps the I Ching gave you some inspiration in a difficult time, please do share that as a comment. I love hearing your stories of how you are working with these changing lines and these hexagrams that come up week by week and month by month. So let's have a look. This week, the 12th of December, what are being asked to pay attention to? Our first hexagram is hexagram 10, treading. This hexagram, if you look at the structure, we have the top trigram is known as heaven, okay, or the father. The bottom trigram is lake, or the youngest child. So what is created here is this energy of this strong creative energy at the top, all right, that's moving upwards, and the creative expression of that with this wonderful, exuberant, open expression energy of lake also moving upwards and following the trail of that creative energy. This is called beware of walking on the tail of the tiger. And so the power at the top, the creative power, is referred to as this tiger that we are following. I'd like to put a spin on that energy and talk about following the tail of a dragon, okay? Because our top three lines, our heaven trigram, Father, is the creative energy and symbolized with the dragon, this mystical, powerful creature that soars through the air and brings creative power. Okay, it's creative energy. And so we can build a story that we are the young one on a quest. Okay, there's a lovely, beautiful book called The Dragon Rider, and this character, Ping, she meets this dragon and she becomes a dragon rider. And so this is the picture I have in my mind, having read the story out to the family, of this young little girl and this powerful ancient creature, the dragon, okay, coming to meet each other. And so the dragon, the creative power, has something for the young girl, some very powerful essence. But the young girl is the young girl, right? She is learning how to make her way in the world. And she's beautifully open and expressive, and she speaks her mind, but she's also naive and she's also learning. And so if we are over exuberant, if we run up the tail of the dragon and we try and tickle him and we're like, oh, he's my new friend, okay, the dragon's going to, okay, blow fire, all right? And whereas it might nip, a dragon has these belts of flame that come out, okay? Not a great image. So this hexagram talks about this creative power that we are following, that we are tapping into, that we are working with. This is a great thing that we should be doing. There's a great power here that we are leaning into and that is moving us forward, because the little girl is following the dragon. But if we are over exuberant, if we're naive, if we misjudge our maturity or our experience, we can stand on the tail of the tiger or hurt his wing, and you'll get pretty cross about that, right? So part of this week, we're being drawn into being aware that we are walking a path, we are treading a journey, we are activating new creative energy. How we go about that, how we tap into it, and we keep moving with the dragon, but we don't overdo it, okay? That is what this week is bringing us an awareness about. It calls to us to proceed step by step, calmly, maturely, in our center, okay, and not wild children, okay. We need to be focused and adult and calm and the dutiful student who follows the dragon step by step by step, okay, and learns along the way. So there's something here where going too fast can cause us difficulties, where we can miss pivotal information, of not being in a rush, not being hasty, of being in process, okay, putting our feet one in front of the other and doing the work that's necessary to get us where we need to go. Okay, so that is the focus for the week, being aware of where perhaps we are rushing, we are underestimating the impact of going too fast, okay, and perhaps we are nagging superiors. You know, literally sometimes the I Ching is a very literal thing. And I know for some of you, you know, there have been things shared around like literal interpretations of this thing. And sometimes it's symbolic and deeply spiritual. Just take it for what it comes and how it comes into your life. But you might find that you are irritating superiors. Yes, but, and how's this working? You can imagine this little girl asking 5 million questions and this dragon really getting irritated. Okay, so does the dragon represent somebody in your work life, in your family, in your personal life, where they have huge opportunity to help you, but we can also irritate them to a point where they don't want to help us anymore. Or we can be kind of really irritating and kind of just annoys a fly that you want to bat off. Okay, so this might be literally something that you're experiencing. And perhaps you are the dragon, right? And you become aware of where you have a little ping, okay? The little girl that's trying to learn how to be a dragon rider and wants to know everything, and they want to know everything now, okay? How do you respond as the dragon? Interesting. Okay, we have 2 changing lines for this week in the 1st and the 4th position. Having the changing line in the 1st position is a call that as we walk this path, that we are comfortable with being on our own journey. Okay, we don't have to have lots of other people on the journey with us at this point to justify that the path is the right path. There's something around this week where we are having to make peace and be okay that we are on our own path. Okay, we don't have to have a crowd. We are on our own special journey. And the way that we work with that journey is we bring purity and heart and dedication and almost like the sincere, quiet commitment to the path we're on and just getting on with it. So yes, you might realize that something that you're going on is actually a solitary journey. Perhaps you're going through a process where you can't really share it with your mate even, that you just have to hold the space and allow the journey to be yours, to go on the path and approach it with a purity of heart, with a sincerity, with an openness, and with an honoring that your path is your path. Okay. And in the 4th line, I like to call this line the dragon's den, okay, because we're now on the dragon idea. And this line says, you have the opportunity to have an audience with the dragon, okay, the tiger, the power, the creative energy. Remember, we've now, with line 4, we've moved past the dangerous threshold. We're into the top trigram. We now have a conference. There's a connection with you as the little girl with the dragon. Okay, so we've been called and we've been given 5 minutes audience with the dragon, okay, the dragon's den. So if you know that program, I think it's also called Shark Tank in the US. With this program, you've got a business idea, you want to pitch, you get your 5 minutes or your 15 minutes to stand in front of the dragons, as they're called, the investors or the sharks, present your idea, okay, and if they like it, they ask you a barrage of questions or they challenge you and you have to defend your stance on the investment that you want, and then they decide whether they're going to invest in you or not. And so that's the picture I had when I looked at this line and I thought, oh, this is Dragon's Den. You know, this is the idea of you've now had your moment to pitch yourself in front of this energy. So it might not be that you are put in front of others and you have to pitch or kind of present your case, all right, as to why you need X or why you are doing Y, okay, or what is happening with Z. You are having the opportunity to present your case. Be eloquent, be focused, okay, present your case with confidence and state your truth. Don't be afraid to, now you've got the audience with the dragon, to go for it. Okay, so there's something around this week that if that comes to you, you have the opportunity to present your case. Perhaps there are other people who are listening to your proposal. Do that, okay? Because the dragon has given you some time. And it might not be that kind of literal interpretation. It could be that the energy connects with you. You have the opportunity to come face to face with the creative energy that is guiding you forward. And there's a reckoning. There's a presentation of your truth internally that connects with your own creative energy. You know, the dragons within you, the little girls within you. Okay, what is that connection, that opportunity for that energy to connect that you have this week? And then out of that, out of those two changing lines, out of our treading hexagram with our dragon, is hexagram 59, dispersing. And maybe the hot dragon's breath is that wind, okay, that is now blowing over the snow, over the ice that can melt and thaw the things that are blocked up. You know, we've had hexagram 59 quite a lot lately, and usually we get these themes of hexagrams that keep on coming back. They keep on telling us that there's a theme that we're working with. And I think that this hexagram comes to tell us that there are obstacles and blockages that are being slowly and gently removed. Okay, this is not a let's blow up the issue. You know, there's lots of hexagrams that will blow up issues, right, and quickly remove them. This is one where the persistent effort of the wind melts and thaws the ice. And so what that means for us is that our process of becoming liberated from the things where we feel stuck and blocked and limited and compressed, those things come gently, and they come when we persevere with our warmth, with our energy, with our flow, to constantly persevere through getting rid of the stuck things, which can also be our own glamours and illusions and delusions around how our world works and what the real issues are. Be open that it's not necessarily about the blocks other people have put in our way, but the blocks we have put in our way because we have seen truth incorrectly. We have perceived things through a warped lens. And that over time becomes locked in, and it's very hard to shake. So the opportunity this week, okay, as we work with our dragon, our tiger, we have this opportunity as well to be liberated from something, for something to start unraveling, okay? Kind of like when a dragon has been hibernating in his cave in the mountain and he starts to come to and he starts to go and hunt some more gold. Okay, so we are dragons. We are also young girls chasing the dragons and trying to learn how to fly. And so this week, let us disperse the things that are blocking us from our true flight, our true potential. If you found value in this episode, please do hit the like button, or to share, or to subscribe. It'd be really great to have you back with me. And of course, I'll see you on the socials, and I'll see you again for our next weekly episode. So thank you so much.